Alright, here we go, my young Padawans. That's pathetic. Star Wars is dead. My young little Zetic prides. So, what mission would get into today? Well, the disturbing thing that is just trending throughout society, media, whatever you want to call it, it is 100% amazing of just how negative it is and how much things are wrapped around in knots and tongues to talk about the truly great things that are happening, but how they do their nice twist is that it is a horrible thing. They try, to see how desperate it is and what it is, here's what scares me more than anything. All this stuff going on, we see how bad people are at orchestrating stuff, and they give us this, use a certain amount of talent for here, certain amount of talent for here, certain amount of talent for here, for this, that, the other thing. It does fear me a little bit that we are still going upon the agenda. But they knew they would have to switch it. And that's what scares me. But, at the same time, what does make me be hopeful is people are people. And sooner or later, you'd hope somebody higher up would be in enough power or enough understanding to do something. This, that. I'm sure I'm completely wrong. And even more, I could be so wrong. Has anybody seen those damn videos? I put a couple of them out, where you see the eyes change. They blink. And for a split second, there's another layer of eye. A shark would have, or a dolphin or something like that. A different layer of eye there. And this is not a one-time occurrence that somebody saw one time. There is hundreds. And this goes from news broadcasters, celebrities, this, that, and other thing. And that's where I think the big reptilian conspiracy comes from. I'm not saying reptilian, this, that. I don't know if they're just hybrids, this, that, or the other thing. But when you look back into everything and you realize why God did what he did is because they were messing with DNA and doing what they were doing. So he decided to snuff that out. Well, all of them didn't get snuffed out, obviously, and there's something going on. In no way will I say that I have every understanding of what's going on, but everything that I look at and I do kind of proves that there is something major going on and a lot of major things going on. And what is so funny is talking to somebody that just listened to CNN, this, that, and the other thing, actually trying to have a debate about what reality is. Just upon a political, let alone freaking thinking you live on a freaking spinning wet ball rocket. Amazing. Yeah. Who would make their footstool out of a round spinning wet rocket? Yeah, I don't know. But whatever. Just even trying to have the calmness to talk to these people sometimes can just be, it could take more out of you than an 8-hour day of work. Just having 8 minutes of that with somebody like that, and we're the ones that got to stay calm because we know we're the ones that are attacked and considered the craziest people in the world, of course. But it is amazing how hateful they are. And that's the best thing, because usually we're all in love. Of course, in our minds and our hearts, we all have that certain point where we're every single one of you is stupid. And I'm not. Everybody has that moment. You can't deny it. Even if it's only freaking for 2 minutes. Everybody has that moment. But when you have that moment of that clarity, at that point it is hard not to, kind of react in that way, for whether it's 2 minutes or 2 years. Who knows? Could be either or a way in between. Who knows? But it is really hard because you're I have the answer to life. When people, they've had the movie, What's the Answer to Life 42, that ends up being blah, 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 or whatever. But no, that's always been everything. I mean, even more than the fountain of life. People have been searching for the meaning of life. And, how, and that's been such, I mean, seriously, more money got put into going out and searching and learning new things to be able to come across this to the people, that had the money to spend to do this, like kings and queens. It's just amazing that we forget the understanding of the ruling class and that they never stopped ruling us, and we're allowing them to rule us as we pretend. I mean, I think Maxine Waters got reelected. Not Maxine Waters, no, Nancy Pelosi or something like that. This broad is crazy. I'm not sure if it was her or Maxine Waters, or I know one's white and one's black, but they're sisters. And they were doing a rally, and they could only get like 10 or 15 people that were actually there. And the camera is hecka close, just showing who was there. Like, they can't even get anybody there, and this broad won. It's insane. I think that was a little rigged. Alright, I'm getting a little off topic. Alright, so mainly our problem is we can't get anybody around us to even halfway do some research. But, hey, I'm going to give you some good news and some good hope. So my girl, her and her daughter and our friend that lived down the street, which is a dentist tech, they were talking about the fluoride and how some like it and don't and this and that. And I walked by and I laughed at them. I'm like, fluoride is this? I'm like, if you had to get rid of a fluoride, you'd have to literally get rid of it as if it was nuclear waste. And guess what? They drip it slowly into your water. Like, 8-ounce glass of water has a pea-size amount of fluoride in it that toothpaste does. And it says if you swallow a pea-sized part of toothpaste, you need to call poison control. They looked at me like I was stupid. I told them all to go look on the back of their freaking toothpaste. So, I already know I got two waiting that sooner or later they will. Maybe, or not. But my girl looked it up. Found out that I was right, which she knows a lot of the stuff that I bring up is right, but it's too crazy, or she doesn't believe it, this or that. But most of the time, she kind of admits, like, no, he does do a lot of research and, whatever. So she finally came to me today and actually admitted, she was like, wow, I started looking into that fluoride thing. And I'm like, yep. I'm like, I told you. And she's telling me all these things, and I'm just laughing. She's like, why are you laughing at me? I'm like, this is all the crap that I've already told you, or that I've been talking about for, over a year or who knows how long. I'm like, and you never listened. I'm like, but you did your own research. And she's like, well, I got a hold of a doctor that told me, and a couple other doctors said it was all bullshit. And then I asked another doctor that I really trust, and I'm waiting for him to get back to me and go through it that way. And it's like, okay, you could definitely find other better research, but hey, it doesn't matter. She's going through her own freaking way of finding. And I'm like, babe, if this is your first thing that opens your eyes, I'm like, some people is 9/11, some people flat earth, some people vaccines, some people, just globalism, freaking new world order. There's so many things that have brought the people to the beginning, because once you freaking see that first real lie, my goodness, is there really anything that stops you from continuing to go and continue to see lie after lie after lie? Once you're awake, you can never go back to sleep. I mean, that is more than anything, what it is. Really know why I made this video. Well, I guess you know why. You heard what I said. But just decided to throw a video out. Hope everybody had a good safe 4th of July, and I love you all. I don't know, I was thinking about going live tonight, but let me know what you guys think. I love you all. Keep it up. You are the resistance.